Hey, I think we did it. Can I hear anything? Can you guys hear me? Um, I might ditch these. Hello? Hello? I'm not sure where my good audio is coming from, so I'm just not going to worry about it. But hey, everybody, happy holidays. Frank Shamrock here from YouTube at the Frank Shamrock. And I've been promising everybody for some time an update on my brother Perry and just what I've been doing with my life, I guess, for the past 10 years. I mean, I really checked out about 10 years ago after Strikeforce and my retirement. My daughter was born. I just took a sabbatical. But YouTube is where I first built a lot of my marketing tools and where we started telling stories early on. The old Phil Baroni videos and mockumentaries and stuff were just tremendous to move the sport and to grow mixed martial arts onto network television. So I know I haven't been here in a minute, but I'm going to be here from now on because I'm going to start teaching again next year. That's one of the things that I wanted to just share with everybody. I took about 7 years off to heal my body and let my mind and my spirit sort of relax after a 16-year career of fighting. I was worn out. So, when I went in to teach, when I went in to share martial arts, I realized that the passion wasn't there, that I needed to heal myself. And so, I took some time off. But now is a new day. And today I want to talk, most importantly, about the Blood Brothers movie and an update on my brother Perry Juarez. About the movie, if you saw Blood Brothers, it's here on the YouTube channel. It was a film about my brother Ken and I, and also my brother Perry, who was homeless at the time, and Ken and I's journey to reconcile, and also my desire to help my brother Perry. And as you watch the movie, it's a wrenching scene where I find him under a bridge, and the movie leaves him there. At the end of the scene, I drive away, and looks like he's left alone under a bridge. And I got to be honest with you, I got a lot of unpleasant comments. I got a lot of negativity about that on this channel, on every channel. People were really upset because they thought that I left my brother under a bridge as part of that movie. But I want to tell you the full story so you guys understand. I haven't had time to check in on this because I've been busy trying to take care of parents, both personally, privately through our family, and then also through our charity, Shamrock Way. So, but let me tell you the whole story of what happened. After that scene ended, it was one of the hardest times of my life was because I did leave. I did have to leave him under that bridge that night because the next day I had to fly to Dallas, Texas and shoot another TV show. So, I had maybe 2 hours with Perry at that moment. It was the first time I'd seen him in years. He'd been on the streets for years. And it was the first time we'd reconnected, and I had to leave him there. But what you don't know and what they don't show on the camera, it just destroyed me. And I made everybody on that production crew give me every dollar they had in their pocket to give to my brother. And, I gave my phone numbers, I gave him all the stuff. And about 2 weeks later, he called. And, we were able to, within a couple of months, get him off the streets and get him to our home, to our community where we could care for him. And we started looking after him. And, when it came time for him to get real addiction treatment, he said no. And he wanted to go back on the street. And we were really powerless to stop him. We tried all of our resources, and his desire was to remain on the street. And what happened was he just disappeared again for years. He surfaced a couple of years ago. This would be in a cycle. He would disappear every few years and he would come back. And this time when he reappeared, I ran up there and got an apartment and tried to get him settled and really gave him, some talks and some support because, it'd been 10 years at that time. We knew it was unsustainable for him to survive out there. Once again, he said no. He did let us help him set him up, and he did let us fill his apartment and stuff. But, unfortunately, he just kept doing what he was doing. So if you haven't seen the post on Instagram or Facebook about my brother Perry, he died on October the 6th in the Redding County Jail of an apparent suicide. The toxicology and the coroner's report say otherwise. Something unpleasant happened to Perry. If you don't know the story, Perry's bipolar, and he's a veteran. He was Sweet man, very kind, very polite, kept to himself, but he didn't want to live on this, he didn't want to live in a house. He wanted to live on the streets. And he was arrested for scaring a little boy, and they put him in jail. And, my brother's heavily medicated. He's bipolar. I don't think he really understood what was going on. So he died in jail, and we don't know what happened. We're trying to figure that out. Here's what I have, because it was sent back to me. That's my brother Perry in a box. So what I want to say is, mental health and mental health awareness is a real deal, man. My brother fought in the war for us, fought for his country, but at the end of the day, he had mental health issues. And when you have mental health issues, you don't think straight. You don't know what's going on. This is my brother Perry now. And the next step for us is to figure out what happened to him, because he died. And then we're going to put him in a military burial and put him to rest with his brothers in the military. And, that's how we ended up starting our charity, the Shamrock Way, was really to look after Perry. In the first stage, we bought a motorhome. We tried to do veterans intervention, getting them off the streets. So we created several programs for veterans to get off the streets. And all of that was created for my brother Perry. We continue that mission. In fact, I'd love to thank our sponsors who replied in response to the post about Perry. Randy Couture, thank you for your generous donation. Everybody who donated to that cause. Let me tell you what the funds are going to be used for. We're going to be creating a scholarship for artistic and gifted veterans. That's what my brother was. And we're going to be deploying that scholarship in as many states as possible to help these veterans. My brother was incredibly gifted. He can draw anything, play any instrument, but he was bipolar, and he was very special. If you want to learn more about that, you can go to shamrockway.org. That's our official charity website. And that scholarship will be called Perry Juarez Scholarship. Also in the charity coming up in 2019, we're doing the Warriors Challenge again. If you heard about that last year, we went to Mexico. We built a home for a family living in poverty, and we completely changed the lives of an entire community, actually. But you'll learn more about that on shamrockway.org, and you can see that on Instagram as well. And then also with our charity next year, we'll be doing a 8-part series called The Truth About Mental Health, which I think is going to be a really powerful piece of media, hopefully to move the social stigma and awareness of mental health forward. And with that said, I hope that you guys also got to see the project we did last year through our charity called The Bipolar Rock and Roller about Mauro Ranallo. That was a very similar film, an awareness type film. And this series, The Truth About series, will be exactly like that. We'll do many documentaries and many storytelling opportunities for celebrities to share their story about mental health and hopefully end the stigma here. Everyone asks me what's next and what I'm doing. And if you've seen on everything, I've been speaking. So I launched in 2018 officially my speaking career. So I've taken quite a few stages. Last year I took about 20 stages. In 2019, I'm going to take about 12 stages. Last year, I spoke for the U.S. Army, Soccer X, Fountain House, the 420 Gangs, Athletes for Care, and just a ton of people. And people that helped me with that speaking career, I want to acknowledge now. Jesse Itzler is my plus and was a huge motivator to me launching this career. I want to thank you, Jesse, for putting me on your stage and giving me the encouragement. And then Brad Costanza has taken care of all my marketing and got my speaking brand ready for all of you. So I want to thank Brad Costanza. Brad Costanza Marketing, super solid guy. And if you're interested in hearing more speeches, you can find them here on the YouTube channel. And then like on Instagram and Facebook, we also put speeches out, normally in a shorter form. So you can find them there as well. If you'd like to hear me talk, check out my talks, hit me up. Let me know if you're interested in. I'm speaking in a lot of different places. I speak for charities, corporations. I speak to schools. I do a lot of speaking. And then also next year, I'll be adding the bare knuckle boxing leadership course to my speaking. So if you're interested in learning ultimate self-defense and bare knuckle boxing, as well as having me speak, hit me up on that one. Also subscribe to this channel. We are building it back up. Follow me on social media at Frank Shamrock. And if you have an ask, you can ask me at askfrank@frankshamrock.com. I may not fill it, but you can ask. If I can help you, I will. If I can't, I'll let you know. And then last but not least, one of the things that losing my brother really taught me is, family's family. The people you make are family. but they could easily disappear at any moment. And one of the things that this whole experience has taught me is just to remain in gratitude. I had a tough life. I went through a lot of stuff, but I'm okay. And I live in a place of gratitude. I'm happy to be alive. I'm blessed to be talking to you. I'm blessed to be taking stages. And, if I can help people with these blessings, I call that a win. I'll leave you guys today with holiday wishes and the formula I'm using for all success, which I hear about in my speaking, but you'll also start seeing on social media again, and you'll also start seeing some articles about it. And that's the plus equal minus system. Find your plus, find your equal, find your minus, and you'll find success. I guarantee it. Next videos will have better production. Next videos will have more stuff. I'll also be filling this channel with old fighting, old training, and tons of stuff. If you have requests, let me know. Other than that, God bless you all. Have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. I'll see you guys soon.